What's up, people? I'm Carl Nassib. I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate, and I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America, and they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can, and I'm really pumped to see what the future holds.
The Raiders responded to Nassib's post with a tweet saying, quote, "Proud of you, Carl," and Nassib's former teammate at Penn State, Saquon Barkley, tweeting, "Much respect." Jason Collins, who in 2013 became the first NBA player to come out as gay, tweeted, "Very proud of Carl Nassib, incredibly happy for him, and can't wait to watch him play this upcoming season." NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell releasing this statement saying, quote, "The NFL family is proud of Carl for courageously sharing his truth today. Representation matters. We share his hope that someday soon statements like this will no longer be newsworthy as we march toward full equality for the LGBTQ community, and we wish Carl the best of luck this coming season." Stephen A., what was your reaction to the news?
Well, I was happy for him because, obviously, he felt comfortable and strong enough to come out and acknowledge who he is and what he's all about. And clearly, you have people from the LGBTQ community that some are hesitant to do that because of the shrapnel of criticism and the level of discomfort that would be aimed in their direction. And obviously, I'm not a member of that community, so I don't know specifically what they have to endure. As a black man, one can only imagine what they're going through, because when you talk about prejudice and being ostracized or what have you, that would be something black folks would know something about, even though, again, this is on a different scale. And so whatever their situations are, whatever their trials and tribulations, whatever kind of things that they have to endure, they're experts in that field. They're the ones that can speak to that. And so when they talk about, what they've had to endure and how they finally had the courage enough to come out, I think it's a reminder of the shame that a lot of us should feel for making them feel ashamed or making them feel as if they have to hide who they truly are. Really, it's not just about celebrating him for his quote unquote bravery and courage. It's an indictment against us as a society for making somebody feel as if bravery and courage is required just by letting people know who you are and what your sexual orientation may be, what your lifestyle may be, et cetera, et cetera. It's really an indictment against us. It just serves as a reminder that no matter how far we may think we've come as a society, we still have a very, very long ways to go, because you have people out there from these respective communities that are speaking about hate. They're speaking about being ostracized. They're speaking about the venomous things and the hostilities aimed in their direction, just because they're living their lives the way they see fit, not doing harm to anybody, and people are bothering them, harassing them, maligning them, in a lot of cases even willing to do physical harm to them. It's an indictment against us as a society that even in the year 2021, somebody like Carl Nassib comes out and we say courage and we point to bravery, because even he said, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember his exact words, but even he alluded to the fact that it shouldn't even be about this. I've been this way, and I'm letting you know I'm hopeful for the day where this isn't news, where this isn't required. This doesn't make headlines. It just shows you that we're still living under that umbrella, that shroud of cynicism and skepticism and such a strong level of negativity that we really, really need to eradicate from our society today.
Yeah, 75 years, almost 3/4 of a century ago, Jackie Robinson broke the so-called color barrier in Major League Baseball. And that didn't mean, hey, now racism is over, or even the baseball major leagues are integrated. No, that's not what that meant. But it did mean in 1947 that a member of a very large and very oppressed group has now made it on the highest level and was also a member of that group, professional athletes at the highest level in his sport. And it is telling that it is 3/4 of a century later almost that a gay man feels comfortable enough to come out and tell everyone that he's gay in the NFL. 3/4 of a century. Is that the last very large and oppressed group to finally have representation, or at least be out in terms of at least a member of that group represented at the highest level in their sport? 3/4 of a century it took. So think about the bigotry that gay people must feel in order for those conditions to have lasted so long, that no gay athlete, and we know from the percentage of the population that's gay, of course there are gay athletes in every sport. But in the NFL, this is the first one to come out and say, okay, this is a part of me. This is part of who I am. That is mind-boggling. Just consider the level of bigotry that he must have, and that gay people must have experienced in the NFL. By the way, there's a quote I want to read from Robert Klemko, who's a writer at the Washington Post, Stephen A. In 2013, he tweeted this. In 2013, I asked an NFL coordinator on background if he thought the league would ever accept an openly gay player. We're going back, 8 years? He said no, quote, because nobody wants to shower with an expletive, with a expletive. And that's what gay people have been facing. And it is sad comment. It's a happy day on the one hand that finally representation in the open in the NFL. And as you pointed out, it is also sad commentary that this is 75, almost 3/4 of a century after Jackie Robinson.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.